Hey guys, this is one of the most unique and best chocolate cakes I've ever had. The top is chewy, the middle is rich, moist, and creamy. It's such an awesome combination, I just love it. This is supposed to be a Julia Child's recipe that I tried from the cookbook French Taste by Laura Calder, but I can't seem to find any other information on it out there on the interweb. Anyways, let's get started. Start with lining the bottom of a high-sided 10-inch cake pan, preferably a springform pan, as this will make removing the cake way easier, trust me on this. Also, grease the sides with butter. I forgot to film that, but anyways, you get the idea. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Break up 1 pound of semi-sweet chocolate into a large bowl. I'm using Lindt dark chocolate bars. I find the chocolate in those bars really high quality, or at least I think it's high quality. Add a 1/4 cup rum, brandy, or some similar hard spirit to the semi-sweet chocolate in the bowl. Make a 1/4 cup of espresso and add this to the chocolate as well. Then add 1 tablespoon pure vanilla extract. In another large bowl, add 1/2 cup of white sugar. To the white sugar, add 6 whole large eggs. On the stove, heat 2 pots of water to a simmer. Melt the chocolate over 1 pot of water and then keep it warm during the next step. Before the next step, whip 2 cups of whipping cream with 6 tablespoons of icing sugar until stiff peaks form. Next, place the eggs and sugar over the second pot of simmering water. Whisk the eggs and sugar until it has the consistency of a meringue or whipped cream. So I've made this cake many times, and my recommendation is to definitely use a hand mixer. It will make this process so much easier and faster, and it'll definitely save your arm. Add the melted chocolate mixture into the egg mixture. Fold it until it's partially combined. Then add 1/2 of the whipped cream. Then add 1/2 of the whipped cream and continue to fold until completely combined. Pour the batter into the lined and greased cake pan. Add some hot water to a roasting pan that will accommodate the cake pan. If you're using a springform pan, place a wire rack in the bottom to keep the cake pan out of the water. This will prevent water from entering the seam of the springform pan. Place the cake into the preheated oven and bake for around an hour. Once the cake is done, let it rest so it settles back into the pan and let it cool for maybe a 1/2 hour to an hour. Use a spatula to loosen the sides of the cake. I'm removing the springform and then I'm going to serve it directly from the bottom of the pan. I've tried multiple times to flip the cake out of the pan or off of the pan, and it always falls completely apart because this cake is so delicate. So the springform pan is definitely the way to go. Serve this with the remaining whipped cream that was made earlier. It complements the richness of this cake so nicely. Alright, this cake is done. To say this cake is good is an understatement. This is one of the best chocolate cakes I've ever made or had. It's creamy, it's moist, decadent, it just falls apart, it crumbles. So with a little whipped cream and this nice cream, see how it just kind of falls? It just crumbles. A little bit of whipped cream. Man, that crust right here, I don't know if you can hear that, but mixed in with the creaminess on the bottom, it gives it wonderful texture. Mixed in with the whipped cream, you have to make this. I'm going to stop shooting right now, make myself a nice cup of coffee, and then enjoy this with it. Yep. Awesome. All right, until the next video, thanks for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll have more food videos coming up soon. Time to brew some coffee.